So Dad has just moved this door onto the stands here, and we touched on this the other day where we removed the padding lighting that was on here, and so Dad's got to cut into this now to see what's the damage is, because
I'm not going into this.
No?
I'm scraping this edge off.
Okay.
Take the rubber off, and then I'm gonna grind this.
Yeah.
So it's nice and smooth. Put a patch on here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fool around with that old paneling that he has.
Yeah.
This should be covered with something half decent.
Yeah.
And this is all warped to shit, as you can see here.
Yeah.
I don't know what he put behind there, but and then this is stripped out, so I'm gonna because you need that bolt for to stop the door from flying open.
Okay. So Dad's, yeah, we'll do another update here later on, but this is what Dad's up to right now. Pretty rough looking doors, but they are salvageable, and Dad's going to clean them up best he can, then he's going to do welding of the hinges here later on.
If you cover this with something nice,
Yeah.
and fold it, like use a 1/4 inch plywood material or something, fold it in underneath and put about 10 screws in there.
Yeah. But this is the damage that the you can see here. It's all around. So Dad's got to fix that.
This one has to come off because it's rotted right through, see?
Yeah.
Right off the frame.
Dad's able to pull the bottom part here out.
We're going to take this right off and put a chunk in here, and I'll grind this off to the frame.
Okay.
So we're welding onto the frame and not onto this thin metal.
Okay.
We'll show them stuff like that.
So Dad's doing that one. That's the driver's side door. He's going to do this one here, which is the big door on the passenger side, and then we still got to deal with this one here too. And you know, we're still going to deal with the yellow Bombardier windows or doors as well. And Dad's did all the welding on the dash, but now it's got a cure, so we're going to get back to that tomorrow, but we'll probably cover that in another the end of the day video.
This up good, so when he puts the weather stripping on, there's somewhere for it to stick to.
Okay. So we're just going to take off the big door here, and we're not going to grind out the hinges.
Fall off once I take the nuts off.
Yeah, and so that's what Dad's going to do. He's going to take the nuts off here. So I'm just going to hold this, and then we'll get right back to it. So we just got it off here, and you can see just how rusted those hinge holes are, and it's on both sides, but it's here's the door here now, so we're going to Dad's going to clean that up around the edge like he did with this one, and we still got the other one to do yet as well. So I just got back to the shop here. I had to leave for an hour. Dad just cut off the rust here.
There's nothing to do on this side except it's good.
Okay.
I'll weld those holes some more.
Okay.
I cut the rust out of that corner, put a patch in.
Yeah.
And I put kitty hair on there that has to be sanded tomorrow.
Okay.
Then he can do whatever he wants here. And I made a new catch here.
Yeah.
Remember it was way down here.
Yeah.
So that when you're sitting in there.
Yeah. So Dad's going to let that cure, and we just got it set up here. We just moved in. This is the big side door here. Dad's gonna do the same thing he was doing earlier. You can get a better view, and that's how rotten that is, guys.
So I'm going to strip this to the frame all the way around, and then put a 3-inch patch in here.
Okay.
And then I'll sand this, pull it down with a clamp,
Yeah.
and tack it.
Okay.
And then you can do whatever you want after that.
Okay. So are we gonna remove this or no?
You can remove it. I got nothing to do under there.
Okay. So again, the customer is taking this in for body putting and a paint job. So that's just getting the repairs done. So it's not necessarily the way that Dad would normally send the machine out the door, but the customer is going to be spending a lot of money on new body putting and painting.
He wants to do the sanding and the
Yeah, and so
work.
Dad's just doing the cleanup, and but I had to take off for an hour, and came back, and Dad already got the one door done. So tomorrow, likely this door, and then where's the other door? It's around here somewhere on the other side. Likely this door here, and do the same thing around the edges here, and we're going to then hold it into place, and Dad's going to weld on the new hinges. Those are those grease type hinges, and I'll show you what we're talking about here. This is the new metal for his floor, by the way, so I had to go and pick that up. And this is his new rotor and other stuff here, but these are the grease type hinges we're talking about, so they can be pulled out, and you can also grease them, and you can get those, well, really anywhere, but put this together here. This is where the cat's treats are. For the last 15 years he's been doing that. Anyways, I'm going to put this back together here, and then we might have more of another update here right away. So,
try and get that old shag carpet off again.
yeah. So, again, normally Dad would spend quite a bit of time on these doors and whatnot, but he's just going to do the basic repairs so that we can actually refit the doors, and then when the body man does this, he can do extra body puttying and whatnot, but like this needs to be repaired. Dad's not going to send that back out of the shop without being repaired, and so like he said, he's going to put in a strip there to fix everything, and he just got all the excess rust and on off here. So here's a new piece of steel we just ordered, and this is specifically for these doors. And some of you guys might be thinking, oh geez, why didn't you do that before? We waited 3 weeks for this, so you know, we only got the one machinist shop here in town, the only one place for us to get that, and otherwise they'd have to drive out of town to get it, and we can't add in $400 worth of gas for this stuff, so it's have to wait for the local guy to get it done. But yeah, I'm going to the other side. Hold on. So Dad just finished off the one side. He's just
and then I'll show you what I want to do. I don't want to cut this off here any more than what it has to be.
okay.
But from here on, I'm going to cut that off.
Okay.
This rotten stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to weld this to the frame
Yeah.
and set it to this thin metal.
Okay.
I'll do that tomorrow because I don't like welding it before quitting time.
Yeah.
Done.
So again, Dad's going to address all this here with this new piece of steel.
Once it's welded, I grind this off, and
Okay.
prime it, and then that one is done.
Okay. So we got 2 minutes to show us what these new parts go on.
And then I'm going to weld these holes shut. Right?
Right. Yes.
These hinge holes.
Yep.
What's that? Oh,
the rotor and the other thing there.
Okay, this is the yoke that guy had welded that old piece of shit on me.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll emery cloth this, silicone, new seal, and put the yoke in,
Yeah.
and then put the drive shaft in, and this goes into the transmission,
Okay.
and the caliper will be out here to grab the brake. Eh?
Okay. And so this is what we also been waiting on. So everything goes back into place here. And Dad is kind of a little gun shy here on disassembling both at the same time because we needed one operational, and this one we can drive out as it is right now. So we might even find that we actually,
I'm not doing anything
yeah,
to it until I get this one.
yeah. So he wants to get this one running, the blue Y gauge. Then we can probably, it may end up being that the blue ends up going into the number 2 spot, and the yellow waiting for parts. But the yellow can probably come back into the first position here again. And they're kind of both at the same stage here where they both need the same parts, and we're waiting on the parts at the same time.
I don't want to dismantle the other one. There.
Oh, there you go.
This now won't leak, eh?
Okay.
And I can put the drive shaft in and mount the rotor
Yeah.
or the caliper.
Okay.
I might have to change this muffler system
Yeah.
because I have to mount up here to get onto the...
Okay. Does it fit snug?
What?
The
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with
Okay.
with this yoke, but I want to run the brake off of here. Eh?
Okay.
That's just got to slide it back.
Okay. So there we go. More progress for tomorrow, guys.
I still got to cut these patches and weld them in. The rotor sits like this
Yeah.
with the shoes on it, of course.
Okay.
Get on there and try it. Give it a try.
No, it's not my bed. Uncle Ralph and Peter are on my bed.
I own the spot. I paid for it.
Yeah.